reason I feel like we got a lot of questions about Google My Business and how a small business can have a little more visibility in the area where they operate. So, I got the time right now, so I decided, let me share some practical tips that small businesses can apply right away. And these, tips that I'm about to give you are going to help you with your local SEO. There are different factors that influence like how well you rank on Google, but I'm just going to give you like right now a few tips that you can implement on specifically on your Google My Business listing, which is key for local SEO. And then I'll give you three other advices that I think are gonna help you, in promoting your products and services. Hi, Mirna. So I'm gonna share my screen. Actually, it's gonna be my iPad because I need to draw a few things, show you a few things on the search engine or on Google. I'm sorry. So let me switch right here. Okay. So let me make sure that I have. So like I said, there are certain local SEO uh, factors that affect or that influence your listing. The first one is Google My Business. The second one is reviews. Believe it or not, they are important. Okay. The third one, it's what it's called on page optimization. Okay. And the fourth one, um, which is also important for your business, are links. So anything that goes to your links that are pointing to your website, like your social media profiles, listing with the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce, the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce, links that you have in other business directories are going to help with that. So those are the four key points that are important for local SEO: Google My Business, reviews, on-page optimizations, and links. Now let me show you something real quick. Sorry, let me. I'm gonna erase this for a minute, but just keep that in mind, okay? Local SEO factors. Remember, Google My Business, gone. Reviews, on-page optimization, and links. Okay, those are the factors right there. So now, I'm gonna back here. So this is where you go to get your Google My Business. In case you don't have it, go to googlemybusiness.com, and you're gonna see right here. I'm sorry. This is a new toy that I got, so I'm getting familiarized with the browsing thing right here. Now let me get it right here. Okay. So go to Google My Business, and if you haven't claimed your business, this is where you're gonna claim it. Okay, you're gonna have to have a Gmail account to create it. And now let me show you something real quick. Oh, it's right here. We're gonna do a little search. Actually, let me. So we're gonna search for, let's say, electrician, San Diego, just to give you an example. Okay. So this is why it's so important that you guys work on your local listings. Okay. What you can see here, I'm gonna zoom this in a little. Let me see there. There was a way to get, okay. So you can see some ads in the beginning. That's normal. You see the ads right here. I mean, these are ads. This is another ad. These guys, by the way, Ochoa Electric, they're really good. They're here in San Diego, and they are really, really good. So those are ads. Okay. And I'm gonna scroll down. Then you see the listings. And remember that I told you that reviews are very important. So don't forget about those. Okay. You can see right here, reviews, reviews, and more reviews. So it is important that you ask your clients to leave reviews on your Google My Business, because it's going to help you to optimize your listing, help it to get it more visibility, and definitely something that you want to ask to your clients. Then you're going to see Yelp, one page right here from one electrician, local electrician here in San Diego. And this is where, if you see this guy right here, Robert, what is it called? Robert's Electric Service. One of the reasons why they're here is because they have worked on their own page optimization. So that's why I said it is important that you guys have a website with relevant content. Actually, let's click on it. So you see, you go to their site. I mean, it's not like the best website, but they're ranking, and I bet you that they're getting good traffic and they're getting some good leads. Phone number right here, which is good. Phone number. Many on the site, which is not very common to see. They have the Yelp link right there with 45 reviews. Let's see what else. Okay, what else do they have? They have some content right here. Certifications. So if you are, for example, like member of the Hispanic Chamber of E-Commerce, U.S. Business Association of E-Commerce, you can put your logo and a link to your logo there. I mean, to your profile. There is some video here, the CeeLo. I mean, this is not like the best website in terms of content and usability, but it is helping them, to be ranked right here, and that's all it matters, right? And now, when some of you guys ask about ideas to create content, this section right here that you're seeing right here, and let me grab the green color. What people are asking, these are great questions for you to consider to create some valuable content for your blog, because these are questions that people are asking or are searching on Google. So if you pay attention to them, and if you generate some content, for your site, for your blog specifically, is going to be really good because you can be like ranking right here with your site. Like in this case, we have it's Palomar edu. Let me delete this. Palomar edu. Let me see if we can find another. Oh, here it is. Here's another electrician. Let's take a look at this site. It's a little better. But you see how, let me tell you how important this is. That it's easy for people to find contact information. Okay. Let's see, electrician. More content right here. So, something that I notice is like usually like contractors and electricians, plumbers, they don't have the best websites, but at least they have one and they are ranking, and that's all it matters, right? That's why I'm telling you, it is extremely important that you work on those 4 points that I mentioned earlier. Your Google My Business, reviews. Reviews, why? Because, websites like Yelp right here, if you go to Yelp and you see different electricians that pop up on this, and some of them are paid listings, and some others are just indexing right there organically. But that's why it is important for you guys to consider working on all this stuff, because it's gonna help you with your business. Okay. And again, we have more questions right here. I grab the red color. We have more questions right here that can help you to come up with some ideas for your social media content, for your blog, etc., etc. Let me see if we can find another example. Okay. If you go, I'll give you an example of what we did. Association of e-commerce. This is brand new. We're just working on our SEO and all this stuff that I'm sharing with you guys. It's new for us. We launched the website for the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce 4 months ago. It's already ranking for the Keyword Association of E-commerce, and of course, people are searching for other marketplaces like Amazon, Shopify, Alibaba, etc. You can see right here, and this is my website for Taide Aburto. Okay, so that's another listing. This is like when you're creating blogs. Now that I have this example in front of me, so you see I'm using the keyword right here and using the Keyword Association of E-commerce right here in the description. Everything is like strategically planned for these links to rank. And if I remember correctly, I think this listing right here ranked before the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce website. Just because my site has been up for quite some time, so that's why it ranked here better. Let's see if man, I need to. Why does it keep moving? Let's see if there is another one. There is a press release right here. So when I talk about links, this is one of them. You know, from the press release. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my website. I'm sorry, my personal blog. But this is a press release when we announce the organization. So this is a link. This is a link right here that is helping as part of the local factors that I mentioned. Links like these are very valuable. So you need to keep that in mind when you start creating content for your site. You want to make sure that you have presence on different sites, because those links are going to help. So for example, let me go to the US Business Association of E-commerce website so you can see. So when someone like creates a blog on our site, go to news. And this is what I'm telling you, that's why this is so important. So when a business creates a blog in our site, it's a good link for their business. So that's why I have told you before, I'm sorry, that it's important that you use the blog app in your business, because you can add links to your website, pictures, etc. So, por ejemplo, now I'm talking in Spanish. For example, here, Coliman, they shared this article, and they didn't add any links, but they should have, because if you add a link here to their website, I mean that would be a good link for their SEO. You can see their products here. This is a new edition that we just added it yesterday, and they still need to translate it, obviously, but I think they will get fixed just in the next release, probably this evening, later today. So I'm just showing you, like again, I think I mentioned earlier, I mean yesterday, like everything that we have on this site, it has a purpose. So of course, if you have a listing with the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce or the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce, let me go back to, I can show you the community right here. Where is it? That's the community for the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce. There are some of the businesses right there. Okay, so you can either be a member of the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce or the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce, and your listings will be on both marketplaces, which is great. So, like I said, reviews. Let me go back to what I'm saying that right here. Okay, so, oh man. So go to google.com. Oh, one more thing that I was forgetting. Let me see. Let me think of a place that I have seen with a 360. Trying to remember a place. Let me try this restaurant pro. Vision. I think they have a 360, because when you work on your yeah, they have it. So when you work on your Google My Business listing, I highly recommend you, if you have a location, to get a 360 uh, tour of your restaurant, like this one that you're seeing right here. Okay, because it helps your listing to get better rankings even on a Google My Map. And make sure that you add photos, lots of photos to your Google My Business, like like this place has. You can add your menu. So if you have a really nice restaurant, it's definitely worth it uh, to add photos and a 360 tour. Look at this restaurant right here. It has tons of reviews. See, 1,500 reviews with a 4.3. So, they're pretty solid. They have a very strong presence right here with this Google listing. And let me see what else we can see here. Website. We have a website. Have some information. Yelp listing, Facebook page, Open Table. They're doing really well. They have a lot of presence on social media. And look, when you go to images, you can see because they are indexing. So you have all this online presence, which is great. And see if they have any videos. They have tons of videos. This is exactly what you need to do, guys. It is extremely important that you do. And of course, when you go to the map, you have access to the listing. You can see the other see right here, you see they are right here, and you can see other restaurants around it. The Mission Restaurant, Mari's Place, Italian, and a bistro, bakery and bistro. So there you have it. That's the importance of having a Google listing and having all this stuff I was telling you about. So again, just as a recap, in summary, extremely important that you have your Google My Business. Extremely important that you have reviews. You must have reviews on your website, on your Google My Business, and in any other business directory that you have presence. Number 3, which is very important for your local SEO, on-page optimization. Make sure that is easy to find by search engines, that you are using the proper keywords on your listing, that you are creating relevant content. I even share you on this video like questions that people are asking in regards to your business, products, services, etc. Pay attention to those because people are searching for them. So if you create that content, it's going to help your business to have that visibility online. So besides your website, you're going to have one of your blog posts being indexed by Google if you provide a lot of valuable and relevant information in that listing. And I show you like how, for example, in our case, before we launched the US Business Association of E-commerce, I created a blog post in my personal blog, and it indexed and is still indexing, as you saw it in the example. So make sure that you take advantage of all these different tools. The last one, number 4, is the links. You want to have links to your site from different websites, especially those that have good reputation. So that's why it is important to join the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce, join the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce, to give you an example, because that link that we provide you, it adds a lot of value and credibility to your site, and it's another good way to drive traffic to your page, especially if you're not uh, doing a lot of marketing. And this is something that I have mentioned it before, that we are a marketing ally for your business, because we, as you can see, actually I was running some numbers today, and when we combine all of our social media profiles, the reach that we have, I mean, the people that follow us is over 75,000 people, which is pretty impressive, and I'm very grateful for all of you guys liking, following, joining our newsletter, etc. Because it's not just for us, but for all the businesses that are part of the association. That way, with this reach that we have, we are a truly marketing partner for your business with the stuff that we do. We have built this platform when you can come in, you can create your listing, add links to your social media profiles, your website. Pardon, I'm sorry. You can have a blog on your microsite, create content that is going to get indexed by Google, and that way you can keep getting relevant traffic to your site, to your conversion page, when you can get one person that is interested in your product and services and convert it into a client. So make sure that you take these steps into consideration, execute them in your business, because they're going to help you with your online visibility. As you know, Google is super local these days. And what I mean by that is that, let me show you something real quick. What I mean by Google being super local is that, let's say I do a search. So for example, like this is my office, okay? And I'm running a search on Google. So Google is gonna display results around where I am. So Google will give me, so for example, if I'm searching for a business association or a restaurant, Google will display the different restaurants that are around my location, where I'm based, right? So that's why local SEO is extremely important, okay? Because based on your area where you at located, you will get results in a certain mileage, if you can say, like, right, that's certain distance from where you are. And then what Google wants is to display very relevant results for your search, okay? So when you have that online presence, when someone searches Mexican restaurant, electrician, uh, Mexican bags, like if you're selling products, people are searching all kinds of stuff, right? So if you are creating all this content and you focus on making it relevant and high quality, that's why, like at that restaurant that I show you, it has the videos, the pictures, the 360 on the Google My Business. That's how you start getting better rankings on the search engines, especially in Google, which is very important for all. So make sure that you take advantage of these 4 tips that I gave you today. If you don't have your Google My Business, that's the first thing that you have to do. I'm going to share with you, I think we have one video on our YouTube channel where we show you how to create a Google My Business listing, if I remember correctly. But if not, you just go to googlemybusiness.com. They have tons of information, tons of tutorials. It's super easy to create it. It won't take you long. And make sure that you add pictures, video, and fill out all the fields, which, by the way, this is another thing that I wanted to share with you today. We have already integrated Google My Business into the listing uh, that you have with the US Business Association of E-commerce. So you are going to be able to manage your Google My Business listing from our platform without having to be switching um, sites back and forth. So that's key. We're ready. Like the integration is already completed, and now we're just like fine tuning a few things. But it's gonna be like right under your business listing. You will have access to your Google My Business, and you will be able to manage it from there. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Remember, we keep adding stuff to our platform that we know is gonna provide more value to you, to your business, and it's gonna help with the bottom line, which is more sales and more visibility for everything that you're doing. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that some of you found some value on these tips to increase your local SEO for your business. Make sure also that you have all your social media sites updated and with relevant content. Again, content is king, so don't forget about that. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure, please, that you share every video. Some are good, some are bad. I mean, it's not that easy to go live. Recordings are easier because if you messed up, you just go back and change it. But make sure that you share these videos and share the associations with your friends, with your colleagues, because we need to keep growing the community so we can help each other out. Thank you for watching. Have a nice evening, and I'll probably connect tomorrow. Take care. Bye.